Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to this Sunday service this morning. This morning, Tsuto chanting is going to be Junirai. Junirai, you can find the Junirai on the page 27 on this orange service book. Then, as usual, the Junirai, the words is going to be shown on the screen as well. Then today's Gata is the Ondok-san 2. Then our reading is our pledge. Then Dharma talk, the announcement. So this is today's service program. So then after the service, today I scheduled the Japanese Nihongo Hoza. So those who want to join the Nihongo Hoza, please move to the back meeting room. お願いします。日本語の話し合いご講座は後ろでねありますので、サービスが終わったらそちらの方に移動してください。Now I'd like to begin with the 鑑賞 then chanting of 12代。あれ Should I turn this on? Oh, that's Namanda, 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 Namo Amida, Namanda, 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 Namanda. Chanting of 12代, page 27 on the orange service book. Keshu tenni shokugyo Amida sen ryozoku son Zai hi mimeu an rakok Muryou bushi shui ne Konjiki shinjou nyosen no Shamata gyou nyozobu Ryou moku jou nyaku shou renge Koga chourai mida son Menzen genjou ryou mangas Ikou yu ryou sen nichi gatsu Shou ryou tenku kushira Koga chourai mida son Kanon choudai kanchi uji Shuju meu sou hou shou gon No buku gedo uma ke uma Koga chourai mida son Mubi muku kou shou jo Shutoku keu ken yokoku 小サリ薬徳自在子が将来見出そう自法妙門菩薩衆無量小魔女三段一生主上願力寺子が将来見出そう根体法見知所受前言症状名大座お膝上尿線の子が将来見出そう自法将来勝負し権限人図師安楽戦後尊厳上行子が将来見出そう小無常無我と苦尿水願伝世論異種説法無明人子が将来見出そう非尊無節無悪名薬無尿に悪道不主任死人拒否尊子が将来見出そう非尊無量法勉強無所主悪知識往生不体死菩提子が将来見出そう我説非尊功徳人修善無変如海水小逆前言小有小有者エセ修上小有非公ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく美容うどうせいさいどういうほんぼだいしおうじょうあん ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ。Okay, next is the Ondoku-san 2. If you have the orange service book, it on the page 81, then it is shown on the screen. So if you feel comfortable, please stand, rise for the Ondoku-san, singing of Ondoku-san 2, and remain standing for our pledge. Remain standing for our pledge. Breaking out of my shell, I will share warm smile and see gentle grace, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed under the universe, I shall think and act in the holy life, just like the calm, peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. May I to the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day with fullness, like a Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate. Namo Amida-butsu, Namo Amida-butsu, Namo Amida-butsu. Okay, thank you. Please be seated. Okay, now I deliver today's Dharma message. To begin my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. Attaining Buddhahood through the Nembutsu is the true essence of the Pure Land Way. The myriad practices and good acts are the temporary gate. Unless one distinguishes the accommodated and the real, the temporary and the true, one cannot possibly know the Pure Land that is naturalness. Namo Amida-butsu, Namo Amida-butsu, Namo Amida-butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. ありがとうございます。Good morning. Thank you again for coming to this Sunday service this morning. So last Sunday was August 4th, 3rd, 4th. We had a 79th atomic bomb victims memorial service. So then Nakagaki Sensei was our guest speaker. Then last time I really felt according to some kind of information, it says the average of the survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki's atomic bomb is now 85, 86 years old. Then if my father was also the survivor of Nagasaki's atomic bomb, then he was 6 or 7 years old when he was in Nagasaki when atomic bomb was dropped. So if my father was still alive, he's now 86, 85, 86 years old, 85, 86 years old. So when I was thinking, oh, we are losing the opportunity to talk those people who actually experienced those atomic bombs. So next year is the 80th anniversary of the atomic bomb. So then, especially for, we have a Dharma school, then probably Dharma school students they don't know anything about those atomic bombs, what happened 80 years ago. So I was thinking as a 80th year's anniversary, if we can have some kind of peace gathering, if Dharma school students can meet with those survivors and talk, then if we can do something a little bit more special next year, that's I am thinking right now. This year's 79th memorial service anniversary, I really felt, oh, maybe we better do something. But of course, this year we are still using the densho, so we couldn't do anything big. But hopefully next year we can do something a little bit more different at the temple, using the gym. That's I'm hoping. So then yesterday, though some of you came to join, but we had a softball tournament in Urban near Tacoma White River Buddhist Temple. Then finally we won. Did you see the trophy? Yeah. So last year Tacoma won the tournament. Then from the last year, White River also joined the softball tournament. So when I think this year was sixth tournament since we restarted. Of course, maybe, I don't know how many years ago, but long time ago, all the temple get together, they're having a tournament, softball tournament, probably not only the softball, like a basketball or other sports tournament, they used to get together. Then probably the picnic too. They used to get together to have a picnic. When I was in California, also sometimes as a district-wide temple picnic we used to have. But Northwest, since 2017, when Kakihara Sensei was serving at the Tacoma Buddhist Temple, Kakihara Sensei and I kind of having a dinner and drinking. Then we started talking, oh, let's have a softball tournament, because we went to school together in Kyoto. So we studied Buddhism together. Then Kakihara Sensei, 1 year younger than me, but at the school, he was 1 year senpai, senior. So then at the final, each school has make a softball team. Then we had a softball tournament, school tournament. Then the final was my class and Kakihara Sensei's class. So then we won. Our class won. So Kakihara Sensei still remembered. Then he really wanted to revenge against me. So that was the reason why we started this softball tournament. So that 2017, the Tacoma won. Tacoma won. Since then, sometimes once a year we get together. Of course, during the COVID, we are not able to do, but we are able to have annual softball tournament. Then now White River is joining. Now 3 teams get together, having a fun time. It was really good gathering. So yes, but yesterday, first only Tacoma and Seattle, we only have 1 softball game, 1 game. But now we have 3. So if we go to the final, we have to play 3 games. So against Tacoma, White River, then the final match, So yesterday I played 3 games. I still have a back and leg sore, but it was so nice. Last night, my wife offered, do you want me to do massage for you? Sure. So I was so relaxed, in Japanese expression, sometimes we say, gokuraku, gokuraku. So when we feel really comfortable, sometimes we say, oh, gokuraku, gokuraku. That means, like when we go to the hot springs, so comfortable, relaxed, comfortable. Then we say, gokuraku, gokuraku. This is really, well, Japanese, not a slang, but expression to say, people say, this means people feel comfortable. But those who understand the Japanese, gokuraku means pure land. Gokuraku means pure land. So, in English translation, maybe it's say, the Amida Buddha, oh, I feel comfortable, which means Amida Buddha's pure land, pure land, pure land. So it is really interesting. Then in Jodo Shinshu, of course, our path is where we are born into the pure land. We are born into the pure land. That is our path. We born into the pure land, the attaining enlightenment. Born to the pure land, because Buddhist goal is attaining enlightenment is the goal of all the Buddhists. Then, there are all different paths. Maybe Zen school, they do the meditation to achieve the goal, to attain enlightenment. Then maybe other sect of Buddhism, they have different practice, different way, different path to attain enlightenment. But Jodo Shinshu, our path is born into the Pure Land. Then there we attain enlightenment. So this is our path. Then how? How we are born into the Pure Land? It says we are born into the Pure Land with the Nembutsu, Nembutsu path. This is the Nembutsu path, Namo Amida Butsu path. So Shinran Shonin mentioned in his hymn, which I introduced at the beginning, attaining Buddhahood through the Nembutsu is the essence of the Pure Land way. So this is a passage, one line, first line of Shinran Shonin's hymn, poem, Wasans. So this is the Jodo Shinshu path. So today I'd like to introduce some memorial service or pillow service which recently I officiated. So one pillow service which I officiated, well, sometimes, as a Buddhist minister, I get a phone call, get a request to officiate a pillow service. Then even when I was still in Japan, I used to officiate a pillow service. Most of the time, I would say 60, 70%, I get a phone call after someone passed away. So when I go there, the person's life is already end. Then right after that, I officiate the pillow service. But occasionally, I get a phone call just before, because that's much easier for the family to get together. So then get a request, then asking me to conduct a pillow service. Then in that way, more people can join because we don't know, right after someone passes away, but even someone is really suffering from the illness, it is really difficult to tell today is the last day or tomorrow is the last day. So it is really difficult to tell. So that's why sometimes family ask me to come when all the family's schedule allows to be able to get together. But occasionally, in my experience, that is my only twice. When I got a phone call, that I went there, then I conducted the service. Then at that time, that person passed away. So it is really coincidence, because we never know. We never know. Family just asked me to come to visit. Then the person passes away. So that literally means right after the person passes away, or just before someone's life ends, I officiated the pillow service. So if you want me to conduct a pillow service, please do not hesitate. Please do not wait. Maybe we should wait a couple more days or, couple weeks later. Don't wait. I can come several times. That's fine too. So please do not hesitate. That's, to me, that's one of the important, one of the most important service in our Jodo Shinshu tradition. Then recently, I officiated one memorial service, 49-day memorial service at that family's home. So the husband who passed away was Japanese. That wife was not a Japanese. She is from Cambodia or any other Asian, but the Buddhist countries. So their tradition is a little bit different from Japanese Buddhist, but lots of similarities too. Then, of course, the wife was Cambodian, but tried to follow the Japanese traditions. So then when I went there, the setup looks like Japanese obutsudan. Then just before the service start, Sensei, it is okay to offer lunch for my husband. So she prepared one really nice lunch dishes. I think 5 or 6 dishes on the plate, on the serving tray. So just before the service, she served those offering food. Not only the fruits or sweets, like a manju, that's we commonly offer, but on that family, they particularly prepared his favorite Japanese food. So that's, of course, on the guidebook, it says fruits or manju we offer. However, I really kind of heartwarming experience. I truly understood, those family really wanted to do something for someone who passes away. So today, I'd like to introduce one more story about my great-grandmother. I've never met my great-grandmother, but my father shared with me just before, the time when she was passing. So my great-grandmother was struggling with her illness. Then she was in the hospital for quite a long time. Then one day she passed away. Then all the family members went to her room, hospital, in her room. Then tried to reorganize and clean the room. Then one person, someone just see underneath the pillow. Then the person found just one piece of paper. Then there's a poem was written on the paper. It says, let me introduce it in Japanese first. It says, 我死するにあらず、他力によって引き取られるなり。病気の時は治す工夫が大切である。しかし、治らぬ時の工夫もまた大切である。It was written on the piece of paper. The English translation is, my life is not going to end. My life is going to be received by Amida Buddha's other power, Amida Buddha's compassion. When I am sick, it is important to work on curing. However, it is also important to work on doing something when my illness is not cured. So this is an English translation. So no one knew about this piece of paper. She would read this poem unnoticed by anybody. So she would read this poem again and again when she was struggling with her illness. The second line, it says, when I am sick, it is important to work on curing. That's, I think everybody understand, when she tried her best to cure her illness, try to overcome her illness. She might take a difficulty or painful treatment. She might eat as much as food as she could to keep her health body. So, of course, as a human beings, everybody has an experience. You get sick, either or different level. But of course, I got sick sometimes. Then when I get sick, I rest, or I get the medicine, or go to the doctor to see the doctor. I try to cure my illness as much as possible, sickness as much as possible. But sometimes it's also the third line. It says, however, it is also important to work on doing something when my illness is not cured. However, it is also important to work on doing something when my illness is not cured. When first my father taught me this poem, I was hard time to understand this last line. What does that mean? We try our best to cure my illness. That's it. So when do I have to do anything? It says it is also important to work on doing something when my illness is not cured. What does that mean? How I should understand these last lines? Probably I'm still trying to understand, what is the, I don't know. I think this poem has a kind of deeper meaning. So 10 years ago and today, I have a different appreciation, different understanding. So probably today and 10 years after from today, I may have a different appreciation. So maybe, she tried her best, but one point she maybe realized probably I cannot make it. Then probably lots of things, lots of anxieties, maybe worry, possibly fearness, maybe also she may be experiencing, like she was suffering from pain, the illness. Maybe she may be struggling with parting from someone they love, their family members too. So these are maybe once she started thinking about, oh, I don't think I can make it. Lots of things, maybe she may be thinking about lots of things. Then the first line is, I thought maybe first line became more important to her. First line, it says, my life is not going to end. My life is going to be received by Amida Buddha's other power, Amida Buddha's compassion. So although my illness or sickness may not be cured, but still my life is embraced by Amida Buddha's other power. Then I was going to be born into the Amida Buddha's Pure Land. So she was clearly see her path to walk. So that's my appreciation at this point, but probably 10 years from now, I may have another appreciation. Then also, I was always thinking the sickness or illness. I always thinking about my like a cancer or those physical sickness or illness. But when I think about the Buddhist point of view, not only the physical illness this poem is talking about, the sickness and illness could be all of our three poisons. Greed, anger, and ignorance. So when I am sick means it is important to work on curing, means when I know I have the three poisons, it is important to try our best to eliminate, get rid of all these three poisons. As a Buddhist, we can try our best. However, it is also important to work on doing something when all the three poisons is not be eliminated. So that means we are still the ordinary beings. We may not be able to get rid of all these three poisons. However, still, there is a path to walk. There is a path to walk. Amida Buddha is giving us the path opportunity or chance to be born into the Pure Land to attain enlightenment, to achieve our Buddhist goal. So that is a Nembutsu path. So anyone can walk. Those who also has an illness, those who also has a three poisons, also can walk this path. So that is a Jodo Shinshu path. This is my appreciation right now. I may use this poem again some years after, today, that I may be sharing the different appreciation. But to me, this is an important poem. So if you think about, you can use this poem and reflect upon yourself and think about what does this mean? What is this poem means? So I think this is great opportunity for us to think about, reflect upon my life, then probably our loved one's life too. Thank you again for attending this service. To conclude my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. Attaining Buddhahood through the Nembutsu is the true essence of the Pure Land way. The immediate practices and good acts are the temporary gate, unless one distinguishes the accommodated and the real, the temporary and true. One cannot possibly know the Pure Land that is naturalness. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. 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 Nam. Okay, thank you. Any announcement?
So for a lot of you know that we're going to the Mariners game in 2 weeks on August 25th, and there's about 400 people that are going so far. So we need a couple hundred more to get Sensei out to be able to throw the ceremonial first pitch. So there's still time to order tickets. You can call the office, they can help you, but we're almost there. So come out and join 400 of your friends and meet some people. Ask your families if they would like to participate. We have youth groups coming and some Kenjinkais coming. So we really hope that it's a fundraiser for the Arson Restoration Fund, but also to get Sensei out there and just to complete a really good year of baseball and softball. So thank you.
I'm ready. Any other announcements? Okay, now I'd like to conclude the online portion